Welcome to Show Up and Glow. My name's Jalen. This is my cozy corner, a space created just for you to tune in and chill out. If this interests you, I invite you to find some headphones, a quiet space, and join me for a calming and comforting experience. If this is not for you, that is okay. I appreciate you stopping by. As you notice yourself enjoying your stay, please be sure to like and subscribe for more of this calm and cozy vibe. Now let's get started. I thought today we would explore my teeny tiny little collection of tarot cards and oracle decks. And I just find these decks to be so artistic and some powerful in the messages and how you can connect to a deck. So if you're new to this world, or this isn't something you're into, or you're just here because you want to see what some of my top decks are, or if you are into this and you have something you'd like to share with me below, please do. I'm always looking at new ones, and there's so many out there. I love that there's so many out there. I will say, as a Barnes & Noble stan, and if I could wear like a badge every time I go into Barnes & Noble, being like, this girl spends this much here every year, because I love it so much, I would wear it. But I will say the like metaphysical and self-help areas of Barnes & Noble have grown exponentially in the last decade, even in the last 5 years. And I think it's because people are more open-minded to this, and there's more creators out there who have been inspired to create in those specific categories. So I don't get carried away with buying decks, because I think that can get really overwhelming for me. I want to be able to connect with them, and if I find one online, like I'll talk about on my oracle side, if I find one online that I like, I kind of just keep it in a basket for a while, and then when the time is right, I snag it. One in particular I'd been looking at for like a year, and I never bought it. I just kind of kept it. I would come back to it, be like, oh, should I buy it? No. And then when I finally did, I was like, yeah, that was the right time to buy it. So I personally feel that having these and collecting them is from a place of your intuition and from a grounded, safe place, healthy place, loving place. I was introduced to this by my mom, and at a decent age. I was a full-grown adult. And so I personally just have a very healthy relationship with them, and everybody who practices has their own way of interpreting, especially tarot, because it's the same cards and it's really guided by your intuition, but also has their own way of turning to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Prophetic messages. You know, some people do it every day, some people do it once in a while, some people do it once in a blue moon, some people have them read by professionals, some people just read horoscopes or astrology or tarot or oracle things online. It's up to whatever floats your boat, you know? So let's get into it. We're going to start with my tarot decks, and then we'll move to the oracle decks. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start with the tarot deck that I haven't used yet. I haven't done a reading with this one yet for myself, but I really enjoy the interpretation of this deck by this artist, and so I wanted to show you this one. This one's called Modern Witch Tarot. Let me read that like properly. Modern Witch Tarot Deck by Lisa Sterrell. And I just think her artwork and interpretation is really kind of cute and playful and fun. So, I mean, down to the inside of this box, like, can you see that? It has like, you know, the cup, the key, the sword, the wand, all on the inside. Oh, it's just such a fun experience. It's such a fun experience. It's a nice matte box. And then I love that she chose to make her book. Oh, sorry. Her instructional guidebook, this like turquoise teal color. Oh, it's so good. And it's so fun and playful. Like I said, you'll see a kind of a theme in the decks that I have. That's what's inside the casing here. And then of course she's going to write out her interpretation and her little story behind the cards. She carries that blue theme on the back of the deck, which is just stunning. It's really beautiful. And it looks like I've shuffled them, but I know I haven't done a reading with them yet. So like, here's some cards, for example, just to kind of get an idea of the artwork she has. Cartoon-like. This lady's like on her laptop wearing high heel boots. I absolutely love that vibe. The Hanged Man. It's kind of like this punk girl that's just super chill, hanging, just waiting, enlightened, relaxing, surrendering. I think the interpretation of these cards is just so lovely. The Fool, with a backpack on and listening to her iPhone with her little dog and a cityscape behind her. This was one deck that I looked at for years. I really did. I looked at it for years. I'd go into Barnes & Noble, I'd see it, I'd pick it up, I'd look at it, I'd put it back down. It really does have to come from a place of just like timing. Like, this is the right time to get this one. Four of Pentacles is in like a puffy jacket with glasses. Very, very, very cool. Next up is, I think this was the second tarot deck I purchased. Oh boy, I absolutely love this deck. Love this artist. He did a stunning job. And this deck is, you have to look it up online if this is something that interests you, because the way he crafted each row of the tarot, it all flows together. It is stunning. It is artwork. And so when you line up all the cards for that row, from the beginning to the end, they all connect. And so like the suits also connect. So the wands, from the Ace of Wands to the King of Wands, you can line them all up and each picture connects Oh, it is so stunning. And when you get it in a reading where two cards line up, you're just like, I get it, I see it, I feel it. So this one, my friends, this is the Prisma Visions Tarot. Even on the back a little bit, I know it's going to be hard to see, you can see how it all lines up right here for that suit. That's for the minor arcana. The major arcana doesn't line up really, but the minors all do. Oh, it is just so, so, so beautiful. Another nice matte box. This is the inside. His booklet is really lovely as well. Very simple on the outside. Very simple on the inside. But I like his interpretation. And actually, he had someone, it says, written by Catherine Toombs. Catherine wrote it, and the artist for this, his name is James R. Eads. She does a really beautiful interpretation. This deck, I did not wait to purchase. This deck, he teased up that it was going to be coming available, and I bought it right away, years and years ago. I love this metallic-y silver around the entire border of this deck. This is after years of readings and use. It still looks phenomenal. Back of his cards are an eye. Take a look. You see what I'm saying? The detail in these cards are just otherworldly. They are whimsical. They are meaningful. They just are a real, I mean, gift. Like, this guy really, really, he got it. And I absolutely love this deck. This deck is a fairly easy deck also for beginners or moderate beginners, like medium type people. Even if you're super skilled at it, I think you would really enjoy this deck for the artwork and just the intuitive messages that are able to come through with his art. Take a look at these. They're really great. Really beautiful. And he has a couple other decks out too, if you like his style. And maybe tarot's not your thing, but his other decks are. I would highly encourage you to take a look at him. And then my last tarot deck is called the Way Home Tarot. This one's a little bit more advanced. It does not come with a book. So you have to either know what you're doing or purchase a book, which I always love purchasing a book. So I picked up the Tarot Companion to go with this one. This is a deeper dive of the cards. It has upright meanings and reverse meanings, which is super helpful. And then you can interpret it to your life and what's going on. But the Tarot Companion is a great, great book to have. And the Way Home Tarot has stunning artwork again. Just like the back of these cards are so gorgeous. I mean, it's so comforting and happy, joyful, bright. these cards are very, very, very different. They make sense, but they are going to be very creative and like, I mean, intuitive is silly. I just keep saying that, but this deck is really intuitive. The creators of this deck really intuitively felt into these cards to help any stage of tarot reader connect with it. And it makes a lot of sense. Like, let me show you. Look at these three. Like, even by looking at them, you can just kind of tell like what they're talking about. Even if this is new to you. Like Nine of Pentacles, abundance. The Tower, kind of chaos. Three of Wands, new beginnings. This deck is stunning, folks. It is really fun to read. It is, again, absolutely beautiful. My goodness, I got such a tickle in my throat. Look at these now. Like the Hermit, this one. It's like going introspective, being left alone a little bit. Seven of Pentacles, planting seeds, the Empress. I just love that they look different, but they make sense in the entire deck together. And the cards feel really, really, really nice. They feel very peaceful, and they just have such a good energy to them. I've purchased tarot decks before that I purchased brand new after giving some time and thought, and then when I used them or tried to use them, the vibe was off, and so I got rid of them. And I encourage that for any deck you might get or is given to you. If the vibes are off, don't use it. Give it away, give it to someone else who might like it and want it, because sometimes just decks aren't right for everyone, you know? So there are some times when decks just don't feel good, and I have to say, okay, not for me. So we won't go through the ones you guys see all the time on the channel. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lynn. We pull from this one a lot. You can go see some other videos about this deck. Love this one. We also pull from Nature's Whispers a lot. This one is by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. Oh my gosh. The artwork in this one is so incredibly detailed. There's nothing like this one. It is stunning. Another favorite of ours, the medicine cards. We love the medicine cards. They've really been hitting lately. Medicine cards are the discovery of power through the ways of animals. You can also find other videos on my channel where we use the medicine cards. We went through this one, the Southern Gothic Oracle. This one is the one I waited for a while. This is the one I kept coming back to. I bought this one off of Etsy, and I just could not. I mean, again, the artwork, that is what draws me into any deck of any kind. So this one was just so, like, I don't know, fluid and grounded. It felt like this just felt like a really good deck when I kept going back to it. So I do have a video also exploring this one on the channel. Another one we quickly explored was Anatomy of a Witch. This one I purchased the moment I saw it in a store and absolutely loved the concept of this one. So this one on the back says, discover the full power of your witch body. So when you pull a card from this particular deck, it's going to tell you like, play, what do you think it's going to say? It's going to be like, you need to take more time to play and relax and bring out your inner child. And I love that. I love whenever you can pull a card and it kind of, if you've set your intention right, it can resonate with you to help you with anything you need answered to, or anything you feel you're longing for. Great deck. Now, I don't think I've maybe pulled from this one before. This is The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer, and this book is phenomenal. This is not the book. These are his, what do they call these? Just 52 card deck. This is his oracle deck, basically. But the actual book of The Untethered Soul is quite illuminating. It's a good word. It's a great word. You can listen to it on Audible or read it, and it helps you with overactive minds, helps you with dealing with anxiety, or just that chatter you sometimes can't tune out as easily. The Untethered Soul will help you see that you are the observer of that chattery voice in your head. And basically, if you lived with someone in your house who was constantly chattering in your ear, like your brain does sometimes, you would absolutely lose your mind and tell that person to like chill out. And so this book is helpful in taking you through like steps, and it's just so gentle in introducing you to a way of looking at that, so what some call monkey mind, looking at that monkey mind a little differently and how to work with it. So this deck is more like phrases. So on one side it says awakening consciousness. There's a beautiful horse running on the beach. And then on the back it says, there is nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind. You are the one who hears it. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. So sometimes I like to pair this deck with a tarot reading, like pull a card from here at the end of that to see if it helps tie everything together, and it usually does. Or you do it with an oracle reading in the same way. And then finally, I have this Archangel Oracle deck by Diana Cooper. This one's really special. This one hits a little hard and heavy, in that all the angels that are listed in the deck are actual angels, guides, stuff like that, if you subscribe to that. So I think that that's just really different than any other deck I have, because it kind of brings some like realness to it. Like Archangel Michael, if you're religious, you know that he's talked about a lot and he's popular, so you can draw him in the deck and read the message about him, and it just makes you feel a little bit more connected, if that's your thing, to a more angelic world. Like, let's see. But this one is tricky for me. I don't bring it on the channel because I can't pronounce these names. Archangel Shamuel? I don't know, but stunning. Archangel Charity, I can do that one. Really beautiful card. Archangel Gabriel. I mean, the deck is also just so pretty. But like, a lot of these angels I can't pronounce, and so I don't want to be made a fool of on here. Archangel Sandalphon. See what I mean? So I really like this deck. It's just me. When I'm just reading for me and I don't have to say the names out loud. My first tarot deck I keep separate from everything. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it, but it kind of goes back to when the vibe is off, so I still keep it because I shared some really good times with it and it taught me a lot, but it just doesn't bring me the same sense of connection or messages like the other ones do. So that's kind of it. And I'm really happy with the collection I have right now. I'm not feeling I'm missing anything. I feel like everybody has their own place, and it's just really nice to feel that way. Like I'm not searching for anything else. So yeah. So have you seen these before? Are you into this? You know, what are your thoughts? Leave me comments below. Suggest some maybe I should look at. Now you know that I'm super into the artwork and more of like an upbeat, joyful tarot oracle deck. Obviously, look at the freaking cozy corner. It's just my vibe. Just putting out there. So if you think I'd be interested in any other ones, please let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you feel a little cozier now and more relaxed. And I want to thank you for being here with me today in the Cozy Corner, because you could be anywhere on YouTube and you chose to be here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you again real soon.